Sehatpur. You have 5 minutes.
Hello. I would like to thank the members of the committee for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. My name is Helia Sehatpur. I live in Willowdale, Ward 18, and have lived there for the past 14 years. Willowdale is considered a suburb of Toronto. A large number of members in my community are families, including many immigrant families who have moved to Toronto from all over the world. My community has built houses, businesses, and so much more in this city. As the daughter of an immigrant family, I know what it looks like to build a brand new life in a whole new place. It takes courage, hard work, and it's insanely difficult. Yet it all seems worth it for Toronto, a city that promises support, protection, progress, and growth. However, all of these qualities are under the threat of climate change. Toronto will no longer be able to commit to its promises. According to a report by the Clean Air Partnership from almost 14 years ago when I first came to Canada, Toronto's infrastructure systems will be greatly affected by extreme weather. With the increasing emissions of CO2 and a lack of enough green spaces to make up for it, our urban landscape makes it easy to trap and release heat. Warm weather holds more moisture, leading to frequent and extreme weather events. Extreme weather can disrupt all businesses and social activities and affect our physical and mental health. Our water, modes of transportation, and energy supply will be disturbed and disrupted. Climate change-related events threaten Toronto's economy. Disruptions to businesses due to extreme weather are going to cost us. Toronto accounts for almost 1/5 of Canada's GDP. Keeping Toronto resilient to climate change is not only important to our city, but to Canada as a whole. There is no doubt that Toronto will need to brace itself for climate change. Dealing with climate impacts is expensive and will be increasing costs in coming years. We will need to implement resilient infrastructure and account for repairs. Insurance companies will not be covering all the damages. Members of my community who shed sweat to maintain their families' livelihoods will not be able to afford these expenses. So how much will protection and resiliency cost us? And who will pay for it? Will it be the people of Toronto who are already struggling? For decades, oil companies, knowingly yet deceitfully, contributed to the rising CO2 emissions and climate change. Recent studies suggest that oil companies are releasing almost 68% more CO2 than they report. Canada's climate is warming twice as fast as the rest of the globe. Oil companies should be responsible for paying their fair share of their contribution to damages incurred to our city, our people, and our lives. It is vital to look into the long-term costs of climate change to our city. You have the resources, the contacts, and the ability to look into this matter as our elected representatives. I urge you to vote in favor of looking to the long-term costs of climate change to Toronto and avenues through which this cost can be covered. Take the first step towards protecting Toronto. Protect the people who have chosen this city as their home and all that they have built. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?